What up? It's your girl T. This game that I got for y'all is called Myosotis. My life is not yours to take. Let's get up in here. Nope, surprise me. Working is boring. You never thought you'd ever be able to enjoy a job, and this particular one only proves you're right. You shuffle through a stack of old files, flipping through the pages without really reading them. The words blur together medical terms and names of the dead, all blending into the same dull nothing. That's all this is. There's nothing to do at the cemetery today. You should be at the cemetery right now. You tell yourself you wandered back here, hoping for anything to break the monotony. Even here, there's nothing aside from all the bodies. But that doesn't freak you out as much as it used to. You start dropping the file back onto the counter. The morgue smells like antiseptic and old metal, the kind of scent that sticks to your clothes. The muff, the lights, presses against your soul. You rub your eyes, glancing toward the door. As if on cue, someone enters. You look down, expecting another coworker, maybe your supervisor, to scold you for wasting time. But it's Ethan. Yabuski. What are you doing, bae? You blink at him. He looks off. His stance is stiff, shoulders tense, like he wasn't expecting to find anyone here. For a second, you think about answering seriously, but then again, this place is miserable and he looks miserable, and it just feels right to break the tension. What am I not allowed to loiter in my favorite depressing workplace? You flash him a smirk, but he doesn't react. Eyes flick down your hands. You follow his gaze, frowning. You weren't holding anything special, just like old paperwork, but something about it makes him tense, his fingers twitching at his side. Put that down. Sure. You set the file back onto the counter, watching him carefully now. The shift in the air is subtle, but it's there. Something's wrong. Why are you even here? Killing time, not literally. Still no reaction, not even huff of amusement. Ethan's jaw clenches, his gaze flickers towards the door for half a second, like he's considering something. That's when it really sinks in. He's nervous, not annoyed, not confused. Nervous, you worked with him long enough to know the difference. Stomach twists. What's up with you, bae? Nothing. His answer comes too fast. His voice is too sharp to control. Your fingers curl slightly, the lights feel too bright now. The whole room feels smaller, like the walls are closing in. Yeah, sure, nothing. You take a step back just slightly, just enough to put space between you. You shouldn't feel like you have to. Ethan notices. What are you looking for? What? Nothing, I told you. I was just... Don't lie to me, bae. His voice drops lower than before. There's nothing underneath it. Something restrains the tension in the air. Tightens like a rope around your throat. You don't like this. You don't like the way he's standing. The way his hands curl into fists like he's holding something back. You don't like the fact that, for the first time since knowing him, you don't trust him, not even a little. You want to move past him, leave, but he moves first. It's fast, too fast. 1 second, he's just standing there staring, his expression married over the next. He's reaching for you. You don't even get the chance to react. Before his hands are all on you, grabbing at your wrist, your arms pushing. little legs screech against the tile. The sound sharp and eerie. What the H is happening? There's something rattling inside, something raw and terrified, but underneath that, there's intention. He's already made up his mind. Your body thrashes against him. You don't understand why. What did you do? Your vision, fight or flight reaction is screaming at you to get away, but he doesn't let go. Then pain, sharp and immediate, breathing. You don't get to finish the question before he shoves you again. Harder this time, your back hits the metal table behind you, cold pressing through your clothes. The breath is snapped from your lungs, and for a second you don't even feel scared, just confused. This isn't a joke. This isn't some weird misunderstanding. He says something, and you don't hear it. Over the rush of blood in your ears, you try to push him back again, but your balance is already off. Your feet slip against the slip tile, and suddenly you're falling. Something hard and sharp presses into your back. As you hit the floor, breathing the breath from your lungs completely. Your vision swims, pain flaring through you, deep and unbearable. Your hands grasp at nothing, your mind stuttering, trying to catch up. Ethan is leaning over you. His face is pale and tense, his chest rising and falling too fast. His hands are shaking now. Your fingers brush against something, your arm spreading beneath you. No. 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 The world blurs at the edge of dark, creeping in too fast. You try to move, try to say something, but your body won't listen. The morgue feels even colder now, the light's too bright, buzzing butter than before. The weight of your limbs turn to nothing, the sound of your breathing slows. The pain is still there, but it doesn't matter anymore. Your body feels wrong. Ethan is still there watching, not moving, not saying a word. He just silently leaves and returns with an object in his hand, then nothing. Everything is distorted. The morgue is still here, but it's wrong, at least more wrong than it felt before. The lights are dimmer now, flickering weakly. The once harsh brightness reduced to something distant. The constant hum of the fluorescents, the quiet buzz of the cooling unit is all muffled. You try to move, but your body doesn't feel real. Your limbs are weightless and disconnected, as if you're floating just above the floor. The cold that should be pressing against your skin isn't there. You don't feel anything, not the chill of the room, not the ache in your limbs, not the pounding of blood in your veins. Something shifts in the corner of your vision. You turn and you see yourself. Your body is still there, sprawled on the floor, where you feel motionless, lifeless, arms slack, eyes dull, blood staining the tile beneath you in a slow, creepy pool. It's so still that for a moment your mind refuses to believe it. It's not you. That can't be you. Then Ethan moves. He kneels beside your body, was tight, breath shaky. He hesitates just for a second, staring at you or what's left of you. His hands move quick and practiced. You. He pushes your hair out of your face and tucks it behind your ears, caressing your cheeks before leaning in momentarily to give you a kiss. He then backs up and grabs you by the shoulders, dragging you across the floor and gritting his teeth as he lifts your body and shoves it into a spare storage cabinet. You can't speak. You can't breathe. You can't even move. As you watch it happen, as Ethan presses your arms against your sides, pushing your legs and making sure your body fits before slamming the door shut. That's F. That's it. That's where you are now. Shift away like nothing, like an inconvenience, like you were never here. Ethan You can't see what it is, only makes him pause. His thumbs brushes over it once, twice before he shoves it into his own pocket. His hands are still shaking, but when he straightens, his face is blank. Another breath, a slow exhale. Ethan rolls his shoulders, cracking his neck like he's setting himself, like whatever weakness just grew through him doesn't exist anymore. When he turns towards the door, his steps are steady, controlled like nothing happened. But you are still here, and you are watching. You aren't breathing anymore, but if you were, you think your chest would be aching. How could you? Then Ethan stops, his hands on the doorknob, his head tilting slightly. And he looks directly at you. For the first time, he looks scared. His breath catches his whole body going rigid as his eyes flicker first through the door, then to the cold metal cabinets where he stuffed your body. And then your stomach would have dropped if you still had one. Expression falls apart, his lips part slightly, his brows drawn together, his pupils grown wide with something that looks almost like shock. Looks back at the cabinet, at the motionless body inside, at you again. His breath shudders out, his shoulders king tight as his fingers twitch at his side. Then his face twists, right into fear, right into guilt. Something else, something unreadable, something dangerous. He doesn't say a word, doesn't even breathe for a second, but you can see it in his eyes. He knows this is real. He doesn't say anything, doesn't question it, doesn't even hesitate. His whole body jerks into motion as he turns away, grabbing the handle and shoving the door open. His footsteps are fast, panicked, but not entirely running. The sharp sound of his shoes echoing against the tile. The fluorescent lights flicker as the door swings shut behind him. The lock clicks into place. You stare at the door. Your body is still in that cabinet. Ethan is gone, but you're still here. And you aren't staying behind. You don't think, you just follow. He reaches the morgue door, grabbing for his keys with shaking hands. The keys slips, clatters against the tile. He curses under his breath, grabs it, shoves it into the lock. Click. The bolt slides into place just as you reach the threshold of the locked door. It doesn't stop you, as if it would. He is stupid. You step forward and walk right through it. Figured this would happen. The hallway is dim and empty except for Ethan, who is already halfway down it. His movements are sharp, rushed. His hands still in his pocket, clenching around whatever he took from you. His breath is shallow, but he still isn't stopping. He keeps walking like he's just pretends hard enough that you aren't real. You disappear. You don't disappear. You keep falling. He knows you're behind him, but he doesn't dare to look over his shoulder. He shoves open the exit door, stepping out into the cold night air. The city moves in the distance, cars passing neon lights, making life continues as if nothing has changed, but for you everything has. Ethan walks like a man trying to outrun his own shadow. His pace is steady, too deliberate, too forced. The space between them isn't much, just a few steps close, enough for him to feel it. Close enough that when he glances at his reflection in the passing window, he sees you. You wonder if he makes his stomach twist the way yours does. Still, he says nothing. No acknowledgement, no denial. His control, like if he ignores you long enough, if he focuses on you and 1 foot in front of the other, if he refuses to see you, he'll disappear. The way you do it, of course, pick up your pace, stepping directly in his path, cutting him off. He halts barely, avoiding walking through you. His body tenses, the same sharp inhale, that exact moment of hesitation, the way his fingers hold tight, turn into his pocket like fighting the urge to react. He doesn't meet your eyes. He steps around you and keeps walking. Your stomach twists, not fear, not grief, it's rage. You quickly feel behind him. The silence is unbearable. Ethan keeps walking, pretending and acting like you aren't right there. You don't exist. Like he didn't just to see him standing in the street, staring back at him like you were, following him through the street step waiting for him to connect what he did. And he won't even look at you. He won't see you. He just keeps walking. Let him walk. You let him ignore you. You can't let him pretend for a while that maybe you aren't really there. But it won't last. It can't. Because the longer you follow, the more the anger builds. It's crawling up your spine, hot and thick, and suffocating, filling the empty space where your heartbeat used to be. You're dead. You're dead. And he did it. And now he's walking like it doesn't matter. Like he didn't just shove your body into a cabinet. He was grimy. He don't give no F's. Your hands clench at your side. No heartbeat, no breath, no warmth left in your body, but you still feel this. And suddenly, you're done waiting. Why? Ethan doesn't react. He keeps walking, keeps pretending. That makes it worse. Something inside you snaps. Say something. Your voice rings through the empty streets, sharp, furious. Ethan flinches, barely, but it's enough. You see it. His breath stutters, but he keeps moving. You saw me back there, didn't you? Think no reaction. Just that same stiff, careful walk. Like he's trying to make himself small. Like if he doesn't respond this moment, he'll be real. You killed me, mother sucker. Ethan's pace hitches forward friction for a second, but still he says nothing. You grit your teeth. Something white, hot burning under your skin. Why won't he say anything? Why is he still pretending like none of this matters? Like you don't matter. He don't give no fuck. Did I ever do it to you? He caught you cheating with Ricky, and he was like, F that. F no. If I can't have you, then no one else can. And that's why you're in this situation right now. You step closer, keeping pace beside him, refusing to be ignored. You're yelling, your voice raw and demanding, but you don't care. He owes you this. He owes you everything. I thought you. You cut yourself off. Breathe, breath catching in your throat before words finish leaving your mouth. Something about them feels wrong. But it's too late. You already said it. You already let it slip. I thought you loved me, babe. You gonna shove me in the cabinets? Nah! Just straight ahead, his jaws clenched. So tight, you think his teeth might break. Are shaking, shoved deep into his pockets. He doesn't stop walking, doesn't speak, doesn't even look at you. That makes it worse. Because now more than anything, you remember him. You remember the late nights, the long shifts, and how he looked at you. You remember how his voice sounded when he said your name, how he always pretended not to care, though you were pretty sure he did. You remember thinking he was safe. You remember trusting him. And that Is you off. Your hands curl into a fist at your side, frustration buzzing through you, restless, uncontainable. You don't care if he talks now. You don't care if he answers. You just want him to feel this. You shove him. Your hands barely make contact, for they phase right through him. You knew you wouldn't be able to touch him, but you curse in rage nonetheless. Say something, you coward! Nothing. Not even a twitch of his expression. Fine. If he won't talk, you'll make his life hell. You are leaving him alone. Not until he answers you. You trail across the campus past the quiet street past people who can't see you. It doesn't matter. He can't. When he finally reaches his dorm, he does hesitate. He pushes the door open, steps inside, and lets the slam shut behind him. You step right through it, slipping inside, as if the walls mean nothing. He moves like a man trying to stay in control. Slow, deliberate. He doesn't look at you. He just shrugs off his coat, throws it onto the chair by his desk, and rubs a hand over his face like he can wipe away the weight pressing down on him. He doesn't deserve a moment of peace. You step forward and swipe at the nearest thing you can reach. A notebook, pen, anything. It barely moves, just a weak shuffle across the desk. You grit your teeth, focus harder. You shove at something else. A small plastic container tips over, a few coins scattered onto the surface. The efforts drain you immediately. A sudden sharp pull of energy from somewhere deep inside. You feel it in your fingertips and the static hum of your body. Stop. Not a big reaction. Not even much of one at all. You need to do something more. You grit your teeth and do it again. Another pen, a book, shifting slightly on the desk. A water bottle knocked onto its side, rolling across the wood. You feel a section deep in your core, like pulling invisible string, like stretching something that doesn't want to bend. You know you reached your limit tonight, but nonetheless your eyes flicker back up to Ethan's from watching his reaction. Just like before, ignores it. He steps past the desk and sits on the bed, staring blankly at the wall, at nothing, at anything but you. His posture stays stiff, too rigid, too controlled, but he doesn't speak. He won't. The worst part, you can even touch him. You can't shake him. You can't make him feel the way he made you feel. No matter how much anger burns through you, he still has the power to ignore you. Even doesn't last long before exhaustion catches up to him. Unlike you, he still needs his rest. But he doesn't rest peacefully. At first, he's still too still. His breathing is even controlled, but it doesn't last. After a while, he starts to shift. He tosses once, then again his body twisting beneath the sheets, his face pinches tense. He's having a nightmare. You step closer, arms crossed, gaze locked on him. What could he possibly have nightmares about? He killed you. He's been ignoring you. He spent every second since your death pretending nothing is wrong, that his hands aren't soaked in guilt. So why does he look like this now? Part of you is hoping, praying it's about you, that the weight of your death is finally laying on him. His brows pull together, something under his breath. The words are too soft, too jumbled to make out, but his hands twitch like he's reaching for something. His hand shakes slightly against the pillow, his jaws tightening before he turns onto his side, his body curling inward like he's trying to make himself small. His breathing isn't steady anymore. It's quick, shallow, unsteady, then the choked. Barely there's sound, almost like a gasp. His hands grip the blanket and goes white. He mutters something again, but it's a little clearer this time. A single word, a name maybe. No, not a name. Just a whisper of something wrong, something afraid. No, your stomach twist is not about you. Whatever he's saying, whatever his mind is playing for him over and over again, is not about you. It's something else. It's something older, something deeper, and you have no idea what it is. He shifts again, breath catching, shoulders rising and falling too fast. You take another step forward, staring down at him. You should feel satisfied. He deserves this. He deserves worse. But you wonder what he's actually afraid of and why it isn't you. Dang. For the first time in your relationship, you were the jealous one. Maybe I am the freak. No, wait, he literally killed you. Never mind. Next moment, Ethan gets up without a word.